Hello there. Welcome to Conflict News 2042 complete situation report for you from Israel, Palestine, a conflict what happened in the last 12 hours. We have details of assassinations which happened in the last 12 hours or so. Israeli Air Force is conducting precision strikes on leaders of Palestinian groups. Secondly, attack on a police station in Jerusalem. Thirdly, northern Israel-Lebanon border, death of an Israeli soldier has been confirmed, but false alarms being heard there. Fourthly, Israeli reservists are being recalled. Fifthly, response of Arab world. What is UAE doing? What are Egypt, Turkey, and Jordan saying? Secretary Blinken was in Israel today. What did he say? Lloyd Austin arriving tomorrow, and France banned protests in support of Hamas. Still, a protest was held there. And lastly, Iran US deal of September could be in danger. Let's start from the assassinations. Israeli Air Force is conducting targeted strikes on Hamas and other groups' leaders. I reported yesterday about the death of family members of Mohammed Daif. Mohammed Daif is a top Hamas commander. And today, several other precision strikes were conducted by Israeli Air Force. Firstly, Yahya Sinwar's brother has been killed. Yahya Sinwar and Mohammed Daif are two top Hamas commanders leading Hamas's military operations. An apartment building was bombarded by Israeli Air Force in Khan Yunis. Khan Yunis is in Gaza. And in this attack, reportedly two drone strikes were conducted, two airstrikes on this apartment building in Khan Yunis. Yahya Sinwar's brother died in this attack. It has been confirmed by Palestinian media. Secondly, earlier, a few hours ago, we got confirmation of the death of an Hamas naval commander, Muhammad Shamala. Again, a strike was conducted and Muhammad Shamala was killed. Thirdly, Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade has confirmed the death of one of its leaders. His name is Sami al-Abdul Husseini. Again, a strike, and the area Al-Shati in Gaza. In Al-Shati, a strike, and Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade leader was killed in this attack. Earlier, we know that Jamal Nasser was assassinated in an airstrike. Jamal Nasser is leader of popular resistance committees of Palestinian fighters. So, Israeli Air Force is conducting precision strikes against top leaders of Hamas, of Islamic Jihad, of Al-Aqsa Martyrs Brigade, and other Palestinian groups. Secondly, Jerusalem, where a police station was attacked by a member of a Palestinian group today. Khalid Mahtasab is the name of the attacker. He attacked Shalim police station in Jerusalem. Attacked with a gun, he fired at Israeli police officials. Two police officials were injured in this attack. One was mildly injured, other seriously injured. Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine has claimed responsibility for this attack. Jerusalem, there is no large-scale fighting in Jerusalem and West Bank between Israeli and Palestinian groups. But Palestinian groups have their presence there, and they are attacking these carrying on these types of attacks there. Thirdly, Israel-Lebanon border. We know that yesterday Hezbollah fired guided missiles at some Israeli military positions on Israel-Lebanon border. Today, Israeli military confirmed the death of another Israeli soldier who was injured yesterday when missiles were fired from Lebanon on Israel-controlled territory. So far, 4 deaths have been confirmed of Israeli soldiers on Israel-Lebanon border in attacks from Lebanon. Hezbollah fighters have also been killed. Hezbollah yesterday shared some names. I think 6 or 7 deaths have been confirmed on Hezbollah side because Israeli military is conducting airstrikes, drone strikes, artillery strikes on Hezbollah positions. By the way, in Lebanon, other groups are based too. Hamas is based as well. PIJ is there too, and other groups as well. And there is a little panic on Israeli side on Israel-Lebanon border. Since yesterday, we have seen that twice it was reported that false alarms were heard. People were told to hide themselves in shelters, that there was intrusion from Syria or Lebanon. People hid themselves. Later it was revealed later that there was no infiltration. It was a false alarm. Something was spotted, but it wasn't infiltration. It has happened thrice, I think, since yesterday. So there is panic on Israeli side, on Israel-Lebanon, Israel-Syria border. 4 deaths confirmed so far of Israeli soldiers. And according to US security officials, so far no large-scale mobilization of Hezbollah fighters on Lebanon-Israel border. So it's not that in coming hours, coming days, Hezbollah is going to storm Israeli territories. No. So far, only missile strikes from Lebanon on Israeli military. Israeli military conducting artillery strikes, airstrikes, drone strikes on Hezbollah targets. No large-scale ground invasion so far. And no satellite images confirming the mobilization of groups on Syria, Israel, Lebanon border. So far, rocket firing, artillery firing, and missile firing on this border. Fourthly, very important development is about the recalling of Israeli reservists. Last time, Israeli military recalled its reservists in 1982 when there was war between Lebanon and Israel, other countries too. After that, we saw several rounds of fighting between Israel and neighboring countries, Israel and Hamas, but never were military reservists recalled. But now, the military has decided to recall reservists. And from Saturday, flights are going to start. Reservists living in different countries of the world, they are being brought back to Israel. They'll rejoin military, they'll become part of military operation. So it has been confirmed by the military that from Saturday, these flights are going to start. How many reservists? More than 400,000 reservists. How many will be brought back? That remains to be seen, but flights going to start from Saturday. Meanwhile, US has also launching evacuation operation from tomorrow, from Friday. US nationals in Israel are going to be evacuated. US embassy is still open. It's working. Rumors were spread that it was closed. No, it is open. US has decided to continue diplomatic presence in Israel. Next point is about Arab world's response. What happened in Arab country in the last 12 hours or so. UAE is hosting American planes which arrived a few hours ago. A-10 aircrafts, a squadron of A-10 American aircrafts arrived in Al Dhafra Air Base in the UAE. US has its military presence across the Middle East. It has some military bases in the Middle East, in Qatar, in Kuwait, in Turkey, in the UAE, I think in Jordan too. US has military presence, but US is beefing up its military presence. US has sent its carrier strike group to the Eastern Mediterranean, and now US has sent its A-10 jets, military jets to the UAE. So UAE is hosting new deployment of Israeli military, and UAE indirectly condemned Hamas's operation on Saturday, which led to start of the war between Palestinian groups and Israel. But other Arab countries, they are not openly condemning Hamas's attacks. Three countries have raised concerns about likely attempt by Israel to commit ethnic cleansing of people of Gaza: Turkey, Egypt and Jordan. They say that expelling of people of Gaza into neighboring countries is unacceptable. So no one wants people of Gaza on their territory. Why? No neighboring countries. Why? Because it will externalize the conflict. These people will continue their struggle from the neighboring countries. And secondly, if Gaza is vacated, obviously Israeli military will take control of Gaza. So Egypt is opposing the entry of people of Gaza from Gaza into its territory. Egypt shares border with Gaza. Jordan shares border with Israel. It is also opposing the expulsion of Palestinians into its territory. Turkey as well. Israel, its official position is not in support of expulsion of Palestinians into neighboring countries. But the way strikes are being conducted on Gaza, thousands of airstrikes so far, Gaza put under siege, nothing being allowed to enter Gaza, no food, no medical aid, no water, no electricity. It means people of Gaza will die if there is no foreign intervention in terms of humanitarian aid. Attempt is being made to force people of Gaza to rethink. Do they want to live in Gaza or do they want to leave? Though it's clear that groups based in Gaza, they have always been against leaving their territory. Gaza is very densely populated, small strip of land. People suffering there, but they won't leave the territory. Al-Sisi was heard today. Al-Sisi is Egyptian president. He was heard saying that people of Palestine, people of Gaza, be steadfast. Remain on your land. So the only country which shares border with Gaza is Egypt. And Al-Sisi is telling people of Gaza to stay in Gaza. Let's see, will Israel intensify operations? Will it launch ground invasion of Gaza? If Gaza's ground invasion is launched, obviously it could lead to influx of refugees into neighboring countries. Let's see. Meanwhile, we saw the arrival of US Secretary of State in Tel Aviv today. Though Tel Aviv is being bombarded with rockets and missiles by Hamas fighters, but he safely landed there. And there he met with Netanyahu, the Prime Minister, and then he said that what happened in Israel is bigger than 9/11. Big statement from Blinken. And Blinken said that he saw pictures of beheaded soldiers and killed babies. Hamas was accused of beheading babies. Hamas rejected the allegation. So far, no evidence. So Blinken in Tel Aviv, he showed solidarity with Israel. Now he's going to visit other countries in the Middle East. I think he'll visit Jordan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE and Egypt. No visit of Turkey. Turkey-US relations seem to be tense. Blinken visiting all the players but not Turkey. Obviously, he won't visit Iran, he won't visit Syria, he won't visit Lebanon. But Turkey is a NATO ally, but Blinken is not visiting Turkey. It has been confirmed. And tomorrow, another top US diplomat is going to arrive in Israel, and that is Lloyd Austin. He's Secretary of Defense. Obviously, he'll focus on security cooperation between Israel and the US. So, US help for Israel, diplomatic, military, is not something surprising. It will happen. It is happening. France banned protests today. France banned France banned pro-Palestine protests today. And we know that tomorrow, in coming hours on Friday, we could see big protests in support of Palestine across the world, because 2 days ago, Hamas issued a statement asking people across the world, Muslims across the world, to support people of Palestine on Friday. And Hamas asked people of Jerusalem and West Bank as well to go to Israel borders. So we could see real escalation in coming hours after Friday prayers in West Bank, Jerusalem. And we could see big protests across the world, in Muslim world, in European countries too. France today banned protests. French Interior Minister issued a statement saying that the protests pose a threat to public order. But in a violation of this ban, a big protest was held today in support of Palestinians in France today. So people are not accepting the ban imposed by French government on protests. Lastly, viewers, Iran US deal could be in danger. In September, US agreed to unfreeze $6 billion of Iranian income. Iranian oil revenue, which was in South Korea, was frozen by the US years ago. It is Iranian money. Qatar mediated, and in return for that, Iran agreed to release some Iranian American prisoners, I think 5 or 6. Qatar was guarantor, and I think money was transferred from South Korea to Qatar. Iran has not received this money, and now when a war is ongoing, Iran is being accused of supporting Hamas. This deal could be in danger. Iran says US cannot withdraw from this deal. Qatar is the mediatory, but let's see, will the deal be implemented or not? That remains to be seen. So this is the overall situation. We're seeing a flurry of diplomatic efforts. US are trying to ensure that no other parties, no outsiders support Hamas, support Palestinian groups. Hamas, Palestinian groups, they're trying to involve neighboring countries. They're trying to involve West Bank, Jerusalem-based groups. Netanyahu focused. He wants to decimate Hamas. Though he's facing problems, Yair Lapid, an opposition party leader, refused to join the emergency government which was established yesterday. Benny Gantz is part of the government. Yair Lapid refused to be part of the government. So Netanyahu is facing small political challenge, but he is very clear. He's recalling reservists. He wants to finish Hamas once and for all. I read a video about Hamas's rocket firing capability earlier today, a few hours ago, and I showed you the video from Thursday morning when Hamas fighters fired rockets at Netanya, which is an Israeli city. Rocket firing capability of Hamas, PIJ, Popular Resistance Movements, is still intact. They can still fire rockets, long-range missiles, etc. So coming days, it seems the war is set to go on. No signs of any de-escalation. Both sides are resorting to military option. Meanwhile, people of Gaza are suffering. Efforts underway for opening a humanitarian corridor to reach the people of Gaza. UN is calling for lifting of siege. Israel put in place the siege still in place. Let's see, will the people of Gaza receive aid? That remains to be seen. Thank you for watching.